If any of the following apply to you, you are in the right place. You want to participate in making the world a better place, or at least keeping it from becoming a worse place. You find that your insecurities and fears and excuses are things that hold you back. You feel like you're not doing enough, or that you're not qualified enough, or that there are other people in power whose job it is to do these things, and therefore it takes you off the hook. You're lost in what to do as far as political participation, and you are scared to do so. You're aware of a privilege that you have that's actually, or not aware, that's allowing you to disengage or avoid political participation, and or you are here and you're listening. In this video, we're talking about the dangers of seeking perfectionism and activism. I hope this video helps you rethink and reclimb out of your narrow perfectionistic bubble that is keeping you from actually taking any actions in pursuit of what you believe is morally sound for this world. Let's start by defining perfectionism and perfectionism in activism. So perfectionism is a personality trait characterized by setting excessively high standards for oneself and others, often leading to self-criticism and anxiety when those standards are not met, or even anxiety or fear that the standards will not be met even before you've actually started to do the thing. Perfectionism in activism, for me, is having a narrow-minded view of what this activism must look like. So it must look like X hours per week, X hours volunteered, X amount donated, certain kind of visibility, certain kind of relationship building, certain amount of communications going out. So it looks like having that vision, being too scared to seek out achieving it because I know I will not be able to attain it, and then finally just doing nothing at all, and then feeling really guilty about that. That's why I'm making this video. With all that being said, and assuming that you relate to me, I hope that the following tools can help, and buckle up. There are a lot of them. I will get through them as quickly as possible. It's not all or nothing. It's small is all. Tell me who's going to do all. Actually, share with me in the comments who's going to do all. Okay, so no one's doing all, so I guess we're all doing nothing? Well, that's not going to be acceptable. So instead, it's not all or nothing, it's small is all. This is an idea from Adrienne Marie Brown's book, Emergent Strategy, which is on my shelf over there. And it's the idea that every small action and interaction that takes place is leading to the big thing happening, and we all add it up and everyone's doing it. That's everything. That's all. So it's not all or nothing, it's small is all. Also, this is a reminder that it's not possible to be the best at activism, and there's simply power in numbers and there's power in repetition. So in politics or in societal change, there's never one person who makes that change. It's grassroots, it's trees that are connected underground to one another. It's super complicated, it's convoluted, it's millions of thoughts and interactions and conversations that are all added up that then seem like maybe this thing just happened. Even if it's portrayed like it was one person's baby or one person's key achievement, it wasn't just theirs. Next, if you don't want to do that, do something else. A lot of my time is wasted thinking about how I don't do the things that others have prescribed as the gold standard of activism, when that amount of energy could have been used to contribute in a different but still meaningful way. For example, if you're not able to attend the protest in the nearest city to you, do something else. Don't just think about how it's so bad that you can't make it to the protest. Drawing your personal teeter-totter is going to be helpful to you when you think about media consumption. Everyone knows if you consume too much media, you're going to feel very sad and burnt out, and you're going to be on this emotional roller coaster that is literally, I think, what the Trump administration is doing in order to burn us out and try to disengage us, because there's so much happening and our systems want to shut down, like our internal systems. Then you need to figure out what is your teeter-totter of what can you actually consume so that you're informed and not bogged down. What is that balance? Next, it will always feel like it's never enough. It's really a radical acceptance piece, and there's really no overcoming the feeling that it will usually feel like it's never enough, and you want to add on more and more and more. Next, admin override. This is one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video. I am constantly in pursuit of seeking individual comfort. And so, perceived uncomfortableness occurring is a reason that I won't engage in certain activities. I've discovered recently that this uncomfortableness for me is something I'm just going to have to get over. This may sound insensitive, but I'm not just going to magically become comfortable with all the things I'm uncomfortable with. I'm just going to get over the fact that I'm fearing uncomfortability and just accept that uncomfortability exists. Next, quantity over quality or quantity over perfection. So switching it around for a second. Quality over quantity is a maxim that we are told growing up and our whole lives and all the time, and this is a dangerous one. The quantity of times you call, I'm just an example, phone calls flooding into your legislator's office is going to matter more than one of what you perceive as being the perfect call. So trying to prepare to have this one perfect call and to do it so well is not going to be nearly as impactful as you calling repeatedly on different days and having others call repeatedly. There's also something to be said about practicing a skill over and over and over again. And so if you're a perfectionist and you spend all your time on this one call or this one thing, you're not going to be you're not practicing doing it more than once. I want to tell you about somebody that I met through work, and she writes her legislators every single week. It is part of her routine on the weekends, and I was just amazed. And I was like, yeah, there's no reason I shouldn't be doing that. Like, there's no reason I'm not doing that. Also, what I love about this method is, first of all, the actions being taken, incredible. Second of all, she doesn't keep working on one letter for several months to make it as perfect as possible. She has a consistent enough ritual or habit of doing this week to week where, like, you sit down and you write the letter. It's not intended to be perfect. You only have, one sitting to complete it, and then you send it on. This actually helps challenge your perfectionism, is doing the thing, like having it integrated into your routine on a regular basis and then having a set output. She also writes to people on TV, and there's a very specific example she told me about. When they use certain language that's stigmatizing to various things, she will write to whoever it is on TV or the station or whatever. Yeah, she'll also do that. Be her. Basically, this video is just like be her. Finally, the mindset of slow, don't stop is the mindset of choice. So when getting to point A from point B, we don't just go 60 miles an hour. There's going to be stoplights, or there's going to be people being weird with their driving, and you have to slow down, speed up. You have to obey a speed limit sign. That doesn't mean your trip is over when you're not going with the same momentum as you began with, for example. Just like not participating politically for a period of time doesn't mean you've stopped entirely, that you're never going to do it again, just means you've slowed. This helps me avoid the all or nothing thinking a bunch, and it helps me to visualize continuing to press the gas sometimes more than other times in order to participate and care for ourselves and others in this world. If you are like me and perfectionism not only impacts your activism, but also so many other areas of your life, please do subscribe. I create perfectionism and other content, so we'd love to have you here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.